coming soon. Until then, enjoy the vibes.
Hey, look. They like smoke, why you ain't dropped yet? Shit, I'm trying to stop a whole genocide. Any rap bitch that I rap against get eaten up like it's dinner time. They can never fuck with my pen, bitch. Run the money up, it don't stop for me. Mainstream making builder bitches can't create a good enough out for me. Can't body me, so they copy me. Trying to diss me to get a name known. Try bitch and your first name won't be good for shit but a tombstone. I'm clutching shit if you move wrong. Sliding up and I let it blow. Aiming straight for her lace front, now I'm fucking off of her edge control. High bitch that I'm standing on, trying to knock me off of my pedestal. Star status, I'm the big dipper, bitches couldn't see me with a telescope. My hygiene is incredible, I ain't never beefing with a dirty bitch. 40 cal like a cougar pussy, you gon' hate the feel when them 30 switch. I am the GOAT, I'm the greatest, can't say that I'm finished, I barely begun. Booty so soft and it weigh like a ton, about to get ate up by somebody's son. All in my stomach, you feel like a crunch, got in my bag and I ran up a bunch. I am a million, I'm nobody's snack, bitch what the fuck I'ma do with a munch? Bitch I'm big smoke for these little bitches, but I'm still a baby in my mother eyes. Tweaking thinking she could fuck with me, tell a bitch to try and live another lie. If you play with me, you could die ho. Had my daddy pull up in the Tahoe, I'm 10 toes in the top spot, let these bitches scrap for the bottom folk. Innovator, straight trendsetter, they ain't hopping on till I started first. Big mad when they shit flop, I'm like, I high like a Cardi first. Look.
All right. Welcome to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm really confused today. I really am. I know a lot of people are live, but I'm not really paying attention to, you know, who else is live and all that other kind of stuff. I want to be very clear, and I want my moderators to be on the same page with me, okay? I have Kimmy's name in the title. I will be talking about Kimmy. Kimmy will be over here. I will not tolerate any disrespect towards Kimmy. If you disagree with her, or you have a question, or you don't believe her, or whatever, I don't have a problem with that. But there's a certain level and there's a way to adult. Okay, so I will not tolerate any disrespect towards her. She is my guest. Okay, she's in the chat right now. Hey, Miss Intel, girl, I'm still high off of that thing last night, girl. I love it so much. If y'all didn't see it, make sure y'all go check out that challenge. That challenge was everything, as they say in the DMV, everything. It was everything. Okay, so let me just go ahead and say hi to everybody real quick. Let me see if I can run through real quick. Once I go up, I ain't going back down. Rico. Hey, Rico. Is Rico a moderator over here? Got Muffy up in the building. Hey, boo. We got Pooh Campbell. Hey. Kimberly. Blind Spot. Joyce. My boo, where we at? Angela. I was hearing somebody saying, hey, Naima. I was hearing somebody talk about Angela White, and they were saying there was some mix up. And I was like, I know they're not talking about my boo, Angela White, because she don't be into no mess. You know what I mean? Hey, Truth and Reason. Pretty Chocolate Girl, welcome. Miss Hogg, welcome. And for the record, I went to church today, baby. God has been good to me. So ain't no demon gonna come up in here and distract me. Absolutely not. It ain't gonna happen. Hey, Lonnie. Hey, Roro. W. Jackson, my baby. Okay, let me go back up. We got Miss Intel up in here. Miss Intel gave us a part of beef sector history. The macaroni cheese challenge will forever be a part of beef sector history. Nobody can ever say she didn't put in any work, because last night she proved why she has a spot, in this place. I was so here for that last night. I loved every minute of it. Okay, so yeah, my boo Angela White. We got my sister Wild Seed up in the building. And we got just Kimmy. Kimmy had a live today. I was over there. I had actually just came in the house, so I was just listening to some of the stuff, and I was frankly confused, because some of it was like new news to me, and I don't know, just some of it just didn't make no sense. But Roxy, welcome. Where am I at? Okay, so I went up. Some more people may come in Welcome to everybody. I'm not going to do the individual thing because I don't want to be with this all day. Me personally, I don't like to drag stuff out. If I'm talking about something, I like to just get to it. If I'm doing receipts, I like to just bust them out and keep it moving. I'm not really for, dragging people out or, hey, like the video and all that other kind of stuff. I'm not into that. So here's my question and here's my concern. And I don't have any issue with TMO. I don't know her like that. We did do a panel together and stuff like that. And I thought she brought some, she has some amazing questions and everything that she brought to the panel that I did with her. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. So I have no beef with her and I'm not going to have a beef with her. And even if she's beefing with me, she'll be beefing with herself. Okay. Right. Okay. Because Shelly's not doing it. Okay. As Hutchinson has left the building. Okay. All right. So here's my thing. Hey, King Roman, boy, do you work in production? You did that production last night, baby. He had that damn camera going from here, there. Man, I love the way he cleaned everything up. And I love seeing our Black brothers out there cooking. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see that a lot with men cooking. I don't want to keep talking about the little challenge thing, but I'm telling y'all, I love the challenge and I love how professional. And I said this last night, even though I put my video on membership, but I was saying Rico, King Roman, and Chat Rup, I really loved how professional they were about the whole situation. I loved every minute of it. Okay, so here's my thing. Let's just say, and I'm not saying that this is a fact. I'm just saying, hypothetically, let's say that Kimmy lied and she wasn't swatted. Does it really matter? Like, why is all the focus on her? Why are we focusing on police reports and swatting and stuff like that when we have all of these receipts of people plotting and planning and doing things behind the scene? I don't understand why the focus is on Kimmy, because as far as I can see it, she's not in with the plot. She's not a part of the plot. So am I missing something, or is it just me? Is it just me, or am I confused? Because everything seems to be trickling back around to Kimmy this and Kimmy that. Now, I understand if she made a statement and she's saying this happened. Yes, this is a B sector, quote unquote, everybody wants receipts, everybody called, or so they said they called, or whatever like that. But to me, I think that part doesn't even matter. And that's just me. I think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is, she's here doing content and, minding her business, doing whatever it is that she does. And you have somebody else, and I'm not even going to say allegedly, because we're looking at receipts. We have a person who is talking with people behind the scenes and they're planning stuff. So why are we focused on a police report? To me, that shouldn't even be a subject. The thing is, why is all of this behind the scenes backstabbing stuff going on? That should be the focus. Why do we keep circling the block and we keep going back over there to the pretty committee? I'm confused. Right, Roxy, exactly. And I'm sorry, y'all, for my voice. I'm so it's a long story. This is the B sector, so I can't really get into all of that. But, I just don't understand why we are circling the block. I felt like initially when a lot of this stuff had came out and people were saying, well, this can be verified and that can be verified. And that's understandable. A lot of stuff can be verified. A lot of stuff can also be sealed. A lot of stuff can be misunderstood. A lot of stuff can be confused. A lot of things we can say we don't know for certain. But what we do know for certain is that the receipts was put out here and her name was put out on it. Okay, Be a Star says that was Reed's focus too. I think it's the wrong focus. I think it's the wrong focus. You know what? God forgive me for saying this. But you know what it feels like? Imagine somebody being, let's just say, sexually assaulted, right? Imagine a woman being sexually assaulted. You seeing the receipts. You're seeing the picture of a man doing this stuff to this woman. But everybody on the internet, instead of them worrying about this lady was assaulted, they're worried about the R kit that they took at the hospital. We need to see the R kit from the hospital. You see all this other evidence. I don't care what's going on. Some things were done to her that should not have happened. So why are we focusing on Kimmy and the damn police? That's what I want somebody to explain to me. And let me drop the link. Anyone can disagree with me. Anybody is welcome to come up here. Anybody. I don't care who it is. But you will talk to me respectfully the same way I talk to you with respect, because we're adults. So this is what I want to get down to. And I feel like this. If I was you, Kimmy, and this is just me personally, S. Hutchinson, I wouldn't even acknowledge the police anymore. Even if you have to deal with the police, because you may need to deal with them, right? Even if you do, that's between you, the police, and God. I wouldn't even entertain any of this. Hold on, let me put banner up just to make sure. I would not entertain, any of this stuff about the police or a report or this or that. The bigger situation that no one seems to be addressing is, why was she being talked about? Why was there conversations about her behind the scenes? Why was it this big delay? Why was it a big holdup? Is that you, Joyce?
Yes, it's me.
Okay. All right. Why was there a delay in her being made aware of what was going on? Now, I understand that, and even with myself, I'm not going to lie, because I'm not going to come against Reed for this, because we all, as content creators, we are all guilty of holding on to tea. We're all guilty of holding on to information and not telling, because even if we don't mess with the person, it's like, well, they not really bothering me, or I'm going to take this to my grave. It's a lot of stuff I know in B sector with people I can't even stand, and I'll end up taking this to my grave. So I'm not really knocking her for that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, all this stuff is coming out now. She wasn't made aware of it, but all the focus is on her. We need this from you, Kimmy, and we need this from you. But they're the ones that talk. Kimmy didn't know that they were behind the scenes talking about exchanging money. She didn't know that they were behind the scenes talking about swatting. She didn't know they was behind the scenes talking about addresses. Obviously, something somewhere took place, or somebody hipped her and tipped her that some shit was trying to go on or go down for her to even speak on it. If I'm wrong, please, somebody hit the link and tell me that I'm wrong. I'm confused. I'm confused. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Joyce? I don't mind being wrong. I don't always know everything.
Nah, you ain't wrong. You're making a lot of sense. Hey, Lifted. And we need to ask some more questions, since everybody's trying to gang up on Kimmy and victimize the victim here.
There was a time when everybody was on Kimmy's head. Everybody was on her head. And in no way, no shape or form am I saying that she's perfect. None of us are,
But this right here is not more than a bit much. It's out of order, and somebody needs to get some charges pressed.
And so, at the end of the day, I always say everybody docs. Some people say they don't docs, but behind the scenes they docs or whatever. Even if the people who don't docs, they allow other people to come on their platforms and give out information that, maybe somebody docs to get the information. So in some way, every single content creator and subscriber has supported doxing. If you are at somebody's page and they have doxed somebody and they're showing you, whether it's pictures of their family, address, where they work or whatever, if you in the chat, even minding your business, you still have supported. So at the end of the day, we're not going to focus on Kimmy doxing. The point is, in this situation, we're not talking about anything else. In this situation, from what I can see with my two eyes, she's the victim. So why do we keep circling the block to her? I'm confused.
Because they're trying to take the
And I'll say this again, you can disagree, but do not disrespect Kimmy. And I welcome anybody to come up here and challenge me about why we're focused on the police report. I think the police report really does not matter at this point. And how many people have came up on here and have not showed any receipts for anything at all? Mm-hmm. But people listen to it and they believe it. But they're saying, oh, well, we called and we confirmed A through Z or A through Z. At the end of the day, y'all don't know what she got going on her side. Y'all don't even know what, like the thing that how I taught y'all to do certain things. Y'all don't, it's no telling is what I'm trying to say. There's no telling. It's a bigger issue. And the bigger issue is if two people are no longer friends, they're no longer communicating, and that one person is plotting against their ex-friend. Why is the person who is the victim, why are they being questioned? Mm-hmm. Why is everything about, well, Kimmy? And I feel like even certain information was given out to Kimmy just to kind of build this thing. So then it's like, well, we want this from you. It's like, I'm giving you this because we want this in return. And I don't think it should work like that. I don't think it should work like that. And then I don't know who the Pookie person is or whatever, but I also feel like if the person wants to keep their identity secret or they can't come out or whatever, then I feel like there's no need of even saying, oh, you guys are going to trip out when you find out who this person is. It's just better not to say anything if you're not going to tell who the person is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's all types of people who are behind avatars or names and stuff like that. We don't know who there are. There's lots of people who've been here a long time, and midway through, they changed their name to something else. It is what it is. I just don't get it. Unless Pookie's saying, hey, I want to come out and say who I am, then I don't even see why that's brought up. I mean, it's obvious that a lot of these, you know, quote unquote troll pages and stuff like that are content creators, because when they come into the sector, they automatically gravitate to a particular content creator and they automatically already dislike somebody. How do you automatically dislike somebody if you just got here and you don't know anybody? Because you already been here, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What I'm confused about, Soul Sister, is why is the attention on Kimmy? Now, I saw another comment and it said, why does she want to be left alone if somebody is doing this to her? When she says, when she says, I want to be left alone, I don't think she's speaking on the level of like, oh, I don't want to do anything about this, right? Because as I always tell everybody, left hand, right hand, you should never be telling what your next move is, but always make sure your next move is your best move. You get me? Right? So why is it that they feel that she has to come forward and tell them what's going on? And when she, like I said, when she's saying, I want to be left alone, I believe what she's saying is, I want people to get from behind the scenes, plotting and planning and discussing me and what I'm doing and who's living in my house and all of this type of stuff and what stores I live near and all of that. When she says, I want to be left alone, I believe that's what she's talking about. I don't believe she's saying, hey, I want to be left alone. I don't want to hear any more about this. If she's asking for receipts and she's accepting receipts, I think it's because she wants to know it. She wants to hear it. She wants to know all of it. She wants to know who's all involved, who's all the parties involved, because I do not think that this is just one person that was doing this. I feel like this was many people that was involved in this or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So when she's saying I want to be left alone, I believe that's what she said. But I just don't think that we should, it should be back to Kimmy. I wouldn't even acknowledge any of that stuff, because at the end of the day, you have somebody that's behind the scenes that's saying A through Z or whatever the case may be. Now, my question is, where do we go from here? And that's my question for Kimmy. this may be a lot for her to take in. So maybe she doesn't know today, what she wants to do going forward, whether this is going to be, whether she's going to make a report, whether she's going to go to the police. I personally feel that, or what I would like, even though what I would like really doesn't matter. And it's not because, okay, I like this person and I like this person too. But I think a lot of this stuff should be just fucking squashed because it's getting ridiculous and it's out of control. And the more we keep on getting the police involved in this beef sector, we're going to end up and we won't have a beef sector. You know what I mean? People can say whatever they want to say about the beef sector, but obviously we're all here because we enjoy it. But if we continue to do stuff and we have all of these different court cases and all of these people going to court and everything keeps being brought up about a beef sector, this is not the first time that something has happened dealing with the court and it has involved the beef sector. Okay. I hope I don't say your name wrong. Ida Monet, maybe. Okay. According to Beasley, the Pookie person is supposed to interview with VS. Okay. So I don't know if the person's going to come on camera. The way when I was listening to Reed, how I took it is if we hear the voice, we're going to know exactly who the person is. I also feel, and I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of attention is focused around TMO, Brianna, Nika, and that particular crew there. So I feel like whomever the person is has some type of issue against that said crew. I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel about the situation. Yeah, I've done videos about it before, Angela, about the swatting. Anything you need to do, honey. Y'all, hold on one second, Joyce. Moderators, anything y'all feel the need to do, I gave y'all a stick because I trust your opinion. You guys can do anything you need to do because I'm just kind of focused on the stuff that's just going through my head, okay? So y'all have my permission to do whatever it is that y'all deem necessary. Okay, I apologize, Joyce. I'm going to go on mute and let you talk.
Oh, no, I was just saying I've been trying to block that person, and I thought I blocked them. Okay, I guess I have to go to the top of the chat. I ain't even block them that way because they don't say too much. Go ahead, Shelly. I'm sorry. Shelly. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry. I was on mute. I was on the other side. I was trying to move over to the main page on the YouTube side. Okay, so they're blocked. Thank you. I don't like the deflection. I don't like to turn it around to Tom, Dick, and Harry did this. That has nothing to do with what's going on here. I personally feel, and this is just me, and how I feel and what I think really doesn't matter. But even what I was saying yesterday, I would like to see Reed, Kimmy, TMO, and maybe even if it's the Pookie person, I like to see all of them on the panel at one time so it can stop being a little bit sprinkle here and a little bit sprinkle here and this being debunked there. Everybody get together in one place at one time because you can't lie when somebody, well, people will still lie, when they're on the panel or whatever, but everybody right there and just lay it all out on the line. That's how I feel about it. Okay, so Pooh Campbell feels that because Kimmy usually shows receipts, this is what I'm taking it as. Kimmy usually shows receipts, so why wouldn't she go ahead and show receipts now? Now we can't say she's the queen of receipts because the queen of receipts is sitting right here. I'm just saying. No shade to nobody else. Yes.
So I don't. Even if she's done some questionable things, if she's done nothing as far as go and have someone swatted and things like this. This is on another level, and I would think that this is overboard. You know what I'm saying? And if I were Kimmy, I wouldn't show another receipt to nobody. This happened months ago. She talked about it a brief bit, but no. There we go, victimizing the victim again.
Yeah, I mean that was really the whole point why I did this, because I just didn't understand. Like, to me, I feel like the receipt of the swatting really doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. To me, what matters is the fact that there are content creators, subscribers, or whoever that are behind the scenes that are plotting and planning against content creators. That to me is the thing. And I don't think she owes anybody anything, to be honest. I don't care if she shows a receipt or not. It makes no difference to me. I'm more intrigued about the people who've been communicating behind the scenes and all of that coming forward. To me, I feel like the receipts that Reed put out, to me, that's more voila than anything. To me, as a content creator and as a subscriber, I'm more fascinated with that than the police thing, because what do the police thing do for me? Nothing. It doesn't matter one way or another. It doesn't matter. You know.
Hey, Shelly, thank you for letting me up. Hey,
you're welcome.
Hey, Joyce. Here's what I'll respond to Pooh Campbell, because that's been a consistent question. This is my life. This is not a YouTube beef back and forth drag fest. This is my life. Hold on. This is my real life. And so while the receipt gate is entertaining and I could tell a story behind it and it'd be all entertaining for y'all, do you realize that I just found out that this lady has been doing this shit for over a year? And it's so much so that this Pookie individual has an entire Dropbox full of proof to show that she was proving this shit. And let me just say this too. When I've shown receipts before and y'all said they was doctored and fake, I showed receipts on the cook thing. Y'all bitches is still sitting around here talking about those receipts were fake. Yeah, I showed receipts on Blurb. Y'all still sitting over there in Blurb chat talking about they don't like Kimmy. So at this point, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. This is no longer just a YouTube back and forth. This girl spent time off of YouTube paying people to try to harm me. So at this point, I do not care about what anybody else thinks. I did tell Shelly that at the beginning I was willing to have a conversation with the Miss O. That is over. That is over and done with. I had no idea to the depths how deep this went. I don't want to have any conversation with her. If she says that she has an lawyer, that she has an attorney, I suggest she call him, because I'm going to handle what I need to handle, and I'm done with this. For the people that are saying whatever, God bless y'all in your endeavors. I don't give a shit, because what y'all are not going to do is refocus the conversation. Oh, you weren't swatted. We checked that address. What about this? Bitch, you don't know what you're talking about, and you sound stupid. Y'all was the main ones that said yesterday that there were no receipts at all, that I had no receipts at all. Now today that the receipts are dropped, now it's something different.
Yeah,
so I don't like this. I'm done with it. I don't give a shit about any of you chat lawyers or chat doctors or chat brain surgeons. I did not ask any of you for your opinion. For those people who support me, they support me, and I appreciate it, and I love them down. For those that don't, you can take a flying flip trip straight to hell with gasoline draws on. Either way it goes, I'm never going to try to prove anything to you, nor am I going to change your opinion, and nor do I want to change your opinion. With that being said, I am spent. I am drained. I think that Shelly is asking the right questions. I don't expect any of you to understand how I fucking feel, because it's not you. This is not some typical back and forth YouTube beef where we drag each other and move on.
And if I can be honest and transparent as a content creator, a lot of us have paperwork. A lot of us have files And we've never shown those things. Some of us have never even talked about it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Sometimes you can't come out here and lay everything before you. I think the bigger concern is the fact that there were conversations being had about her behind the scene that she wasn't aware of. There were things that were taking place that she didn't have any knowledge of. I look at her as the victim in this situation, and I just don't think, if it was me personally, I wouldn't give anybody anything. You don't owe anybody anything. But I do think that there should be a conversation between, well, you said you don't want to have a conversation with her, but
she's sick. She's sick, Shelly. Like, what could she say, Shells?
Yeah, and I understand that. I was just saying from a perspective of, like the legal part and all of that, because like I said, it's got to get to the point that if we're going to be on this platform, and I'm speaking for myself because I've done some crazy stuff too, we got to get to the point where we have to be able to roast and gag, drag, and keep it moving. We can't be behind the scenes, plotting and planning and doing all this other type of stuff, because the more that type of stuff takes place, the more people are going to end up in the courtroom. And what's going to end up happening is this whole thing is going to come to a fucking end. There will be no beef sector. And say what you want to say about it. We all enjoy it. And that's why we're here. It was a moment where I felt like I don't ever have to come back to this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I really love the people who support me. I've grown fond of a lot of people that I've been around for years. Some of these people I've communicated and seen them for years. You know what I'm saying? And even last night, being a part of that challenge, it brought me back to it felt like Blab days. It felt like old school YouTube. It was like, wow, this is what we're so much more than all of this right here. But if we continue and people continue to go too far, including myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I've taken things too far, we are going to make it where there will be no sector. Because if everybody's getting papers against them and this person has a restraining order or this person has a court order and they can't talk about this and this person's going to jail and this person can't be on social media, then what the fuck happens? Oh shit,
Dr.
hold up.
Sophie, I agree. Sometimes an example.
Okay, hold on. I just got some information. From the Army. Hold on. Let me mute for 1 second. Hold it down for me, y'all, too, for just 1 minute. I just want to confirm something before I tell something. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Now, watching Reed's live, there was put out that there are 5 different people that have known and have some type of part to play in this. Kimmy, I would press charges on all 5. I'm just saying.
We'll see. Whether or not the DA will pick the charges up is one thing, but it has to be. I'm just gonna say there's nothing on YouTube worth your life, and these people are really playing with the wrong person. Okay. I am.
Kimmy, I'm gonna put this in the back chat. I'm not gonna say it publicly only because it needs to be vetted. And I do apologize to the chat because I'm not one of those people that want to string people along and be like, woo, all that kind of stuff. But I was just told something and I don't want to put it out until I can confirm that this information is accurate. Okay.
And let's go ahead, Shell. And let me say something else. DC the Purple Diva, you have a point. I wasn't even bothering you hoes. I put all my videos on members only. I mean, I don't. What is wrong with you? How long has it been since I fully drugged the Miss O? Nobody can show a receipt where I asked them anything about the Miss O other than why the fuck is this lady crazy? What's wrong with her? That woman sat up there and swore on her child's life, and you think that I'm gonna allow faceless trolls in a chat to redirect this energy? We'll just see what the authorities think, because what y'all typing in the chat has nothing to do with real life, nothing. And if I seem despondent, I'm like, I had no idea. I had some receipts. I did not have those receipts. I didn't.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they talk bad about like, oh, people dox and people do this, but what's the difference from doxing to calling down to the police station to try to confirm if somebody was swatting? Whether it's a public record or not, you're still going into somebody's personal business. You know what I'm saying? Like, people come against things that people do, but it's like we're all going too far. We're all doing stuff we don't have any business doing. You know what I mean?
And Shelly has told y'all this before. Shelly told y'all before that you never know who you're dealing with. You never know who's in somebody's home. You never know. So it's probably a good idea to just leave people alone. You guys should take Shelly's class about concealing information, because some of you are clueless and you're allowing who you like as a YouTube personality to make this something that it's not. You guys will never, ever redirect my energy. I know what's important, and it's just not what, you'll have to go to Blurb or somewhere else to peddle these arguments. You sound stupid. My question is, you are so happy in your real life, then how do you exude such darkness? TMO is a dangerous person. She is sick. And nobody's going to get me off of that. And no cop and no DA is going to care about none of this shit y'all are typing. This lady has been working for over a year to harm me. And I'm going to tell y'all is that I have no interest in ever seeing her or talking to her again, unless we're in the court of law. There's just too much going on.
Here's another thing that I want to say too, and I want to put this out there. There are people who are putting their jobs at risk to obtain information. Mm-hmm. And that needs to come to an end too.
Shell, I gotta go. I'm being in the chat, baby. Thank you.
Thank you for coming up. All right. There are people who are putting their jobs at risk in order to obtain information. We've already heard about people, losing jobs behind obtaining information on content creators and subscribers or whatever the case may be. You have to question yourself and ask yourself what you're doing. Is it worth you losing your livelihood? Because when you lose your job to obtain this information, do you think that content creator is going to go and pay your bills or take care of your kids or do any of that? They're not going to do it at all. They're not going to do it.
Grown person, it's not worth it. It's just YouTube. It's just YouTube. It's not that serious for you to go getting in somebody's business like that.
Yeah, and those who work for government agencies, here's the thing: if you keep on typing in people's name, and that person is not, in your caseload or this or that, after a while, you never know when your stuff will get audited. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, and that's really what's going on, because there are ways. Like I said, I go over all that in the class. I don't want to, get into that right now or whatever, but I'm just telling y'all, it's not worth it. Anybody that will have you risk your livelihood for some petty YouTube stuff, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because at the end of the day, we've seen people on here that's gone on to glory. And guess what? People don't even speak about them no more. Their name might get brought up once a year or whenever. You know what I mean? Nobody's thinking about them. You just go on to another cycle of news. But what's real life is what's right in front of your family. If something happened to you and you got to go to the hospital, it's who's going to be right there by your side. If you drop dead, who's going to be there at your funeral? It's not going to be these people off the internet. It's going to be your family and your friends. So you have to stay focused on that and stop doing this crazy stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things that I know. It's a lot of things I can't speak on. It's a lot of things I won't even say anything about. I just took the initiative to look at some of this stuff and look at myself, you know what I mean? And try to change it.
Let me
Exactly.
say something. We're all adults, right? But you know, I know some of us are followers, some of us are leaders, but why would you follow people down a rabbit hole that can either get you put in jail, get you fired from a job? I don't understand people following other grown folks around by the nose. Someone's leading you around by the nose. Make that make sense.
Yeah, and if you have to go and make a report or whatever like that, especially being so you've already got doxed or whatever, you can let the police officer know if you have a PO box. I want to use my PO box as my what's the word? Not shipping, because we ain't basically as your address, but that's not the word I'm trying to use. I can't think of the word right now, but you can let them know that that's what you want to use on that, you know, on that paperwork or whatever, because if you're trying to get rid of a problem, there's no need of adding a problem. So let's say like if Kimmy, people are saying, Kimmy, go to the police or whatever. Kimmy has, her own words, has moved from where she was previously living. Why would she then go file something with her new address and go put a report so somebody can go pull it up? That's exactly counterproductive if you ask me. Huh?
I said that's exactly what they waiting on.
Thank you, Miss Tootie. Mailing address, not your physical address. Thank you. It was right here, but I could not get it off my tongue. Thank you so much. Yeah, so you can do that because if you have moved, right, and you have a drive, you know, if you're a responsible adult, you have a driver's license, you know, you got 5 or 10 days or whatever to update your address on your driver's license. But you can let them know what's going on. If you got to show screenshots, take your computer down there and all that other kind of stuff. But I'm gonna tell you this: if you're going to go and report somebody for something, you better make sure your hands are clean. Okay? Because if you're going there to go report somebody else, but you done dirt, it's like y'all both done robbed the bank, but you going to the police to go report that they ended up taking more money than what you got. That don't make sense. If somebody is doxing you and you're doxing them back, or you're saying they're harassing you, but you're coming on your channel and you're dragging them or you're cussing them out, I'm sorry, but you don't have a case, because that's like friendly fire. You know what I mean? You're entertaining the mess. Sometimes when you're doing something, you have to just get silent and be quiet. You don't owe anybody anything. You owe it to yourself. You owe yourself that safety. You owe yourself to make sure everything is okay. Everybody don't need to know every damn thing that you're doing. And even some of the people you call yourself being cool with, and that's my sister, and that's my friend, and that's my moderators. A lot of times, and we notice, them motherfuckers is moles. They're moles. They come in and they, oh, I love your content, I this, that, but they already know who you are. They already been there before. You and them already fell out. They come in under a new person or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And a lot of content creators, they get close to the moderators and stuff, the avatars. They don't know who these people are. They don't. They don't have a clue. They don't know. Let me tell you, little boss lady, even though my time away wasn't something that I had planned, you know, because I had a death in my immediate family, it wasn't something that I had planned, but I feel like it was so necessary. It was so necessary because once I stepped away, I had to look at myself. And I think that's what everybody needs to do, is look at their self instead of looking at the person next to them saying what they're doing wrong. I had to look at myself, and I saw some stuff that I didn't like. You know what I mean? I saw that I was fighting fire with fire. And I also saw where I was about to go, you know, with it. I saw where I was about to take it. And so, you know what I mean? And for me, I will never give YouTube what I used to give it at one point, because I got my life back. I got my freedom back. I got my peace back. You know what I mean? So I want to continue to have that, but I also want to give to those who've been rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, thank you, souls. Yes, Black Swan, I still do makeup tutorials.
So I don't know. I did pin the link up at the top. If y'all have any questions or if y'all want to come up and comment on anything, because I definitely won't keep this more than an hour, and we're already at 45 minutes. Y'all know I'm very,
wow,
very
that was
particular.
fast.
Huh?
I said that was fast.
Girl. And child, look, I was at damn Waffle House. Girl, my husband always want to go to eat after church or whatever. And I wanted a BLT so daggone bad. They talking about they don't do carry out when they busy. But anyway, I managed to go ahead and get my order in or whatever like that. And also, even for me, I'm not going to allow anybody to take me back, you know, where I was. I've seen a lot of ignorance and stuff like that or whatever. But, you know, it's up to me what I respond to. It's up to me what I entertain, what I acknowledge. You know, a lot of this stuff is content. A lot of these people who are beefing on videos, they're not even beefing in real life. I've been telling y'all about that forever. I've been telling y'all about these crisis actors. You know what I mean? Y'all got to look at the way these people break up and make up all the time, you know, and it's nothing wrong with making peace with people. I mean, if y'all missed it, me and Beach had a conversation over on Kimmy's platform. You know, I per se didn't understand some of the things that she was saying, but I'm not going to take away from her feelings or how she felt or how she saw things. I just took responsibility for my actions. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I'm right. You know what I mean? Because if I have to leave here today or tomorrow, I don't have to answer to not one single person in the beef sector. I have to answer to God. So, you know what I mean? All I can do is my part. Huh?
I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself about that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not like me and her are friends or we're going to be friends or anything like that. But I don't have to respond to anything. I don't have to argue. I don't have to beef. I choose not to do that because at the end of the day, for real, ain't nobody really making no real money behind this stuff that people over here doing.
Not this beef sector stuff.
No, they're not. And the sad part is there's so much potential. Even last night, people can say what they want to say. That was entertainment. That was entertainment. There's no studio. There's all these different people in different states, different places, making different things. There's so much talent here, but there's also so much jealousy and hatred and bitterness, you know, and dark spirit stuff. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, come on, y'all, we got to do better or else this sector is going to end up blowing up in smoke. And that's what I see happening because all I keep hearing about is court cases. What happens if everybody is in court? What happens to the sector? Huh? What happens, Joyce?
I guess they'll go to other sectors and start ish.
Well, you can't start nothing if the judge tell you can't be on the internet, or if you got a restraining order, you got all this other stuff going on, or if you in prison, you know what I mean, or if you're spending all this money on lawyers. I mean, look at some people, and what they, you know, I'll just say the guy in Baltimore. Look how much time he was spending dealing with legal stuff, even though at some point he let it go or whatever. But how many hours did he have to take off of work? How many days did he have to take off? How much money did he spend on a lawyer? You know, or even people who might have not used a lawyer. How much time did you spend doing paperwork or going down to the courthouse or doing this or doing that? I mean, aren't we supposed to be here to entertain the subscribers? And I think that's what everybody has lost sight of. But let's get back to giving them entertainment.
Talent, Shelly, just like I try not to be, and I try to focus on my gifts and talents, but that's not appreciated. I don't get a lot of support for it, which is fine, but I'm still gonna do it because I enjoy it. But it's like a majority of the beef sector is not looking for actual content. They just want to be. They want it to be as depraved as it can be, you know?
Right. Well, you know, when they say if you do what you enjoy, it doesn't even feel like work. Now, I feel like everybody on here should be monetized. I don't understand people on this platform that are not, you know, monetized or whatever like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, what's the point of doing it? And that's where it got for me. I got to a point where I wasn't enjoying anything about it. I wasn't enjoying what I was watching. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I didn't enjoy any of it. And when I stepped away from it, and I think that's why I ended up liking TikTok so much, because I feel like TikTok is more of a reflection of me as a person, because we're more than just this beefing. We do more every day. I don't know about nobody else, but I don't sit in the house every goddamn day on lives for 15 and 25 hours. We're more than just people who argue and, you know, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just feel like, yeah, sometimes it's hard to, you know, get that support, you know, in this area, but sometimes you got to step and go around the corner and go to another area to see what's going on. Sometimes you got to leave that page alone and start up maybe a whole nother one to get it in the algorithm or whatever. So, hey, BBW. Hey, oh my God, it's so good seeing you. I hope you watched the challenge last night. And by the way, they are having the lasagna challenge Saturday coming up. I don't know who all is participating so far. I do want to say this, and I am going to keep this video up because I think a lot of things that we said is very important. And I also challenge any person that comes and watches this replay to ask me, why does the police part matter? I really don't think it does. What matters is all of them receipts that Reed put out. To me, that's what matters. You know what I mean? So they have to challenge. Yeah, that's BBW. Made my freaking day.
Now that used to be fun. Do you remember? I know you remember them days back then. That used to be some fun YouTube.
Yes, doing skits and all this other kind of stuff or whatever. And I'm not saying it always has to be, you know, positive and, you know, it always has to be all this other stuff, but I just feel like some of this shit, we're better than this. And even with these receipts, why can't they, even if Kimmy don't want to have the conversation, but as grown women, why can't there be a panel or a conversation and just get down to the bottom of it? And sometimes you got to just say, you know what, bitch, I did say that shit. And I was willing to pay to have this and this done because I was at the end of the rope and I just felt like I wanted to do it because I had enough of you doing A through Z, or I had enough of feeling this way or that way. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Because the more you deny it, people just pulling out receipts. Come through, Rico. I need to get mine done. I'm starting to get a unibrow right in the middle. Wait a minute. I don't have my sister as a moderator over here.
Who?
Detroit. Okay, let me add her. I don't know how the heck she ain't no moderator over here. All right, so I got her on here. But yeah, so it's like, you know, at the end of the day, I think we also need to be mindful of what we're doing and not make it to the point where this beef sector will end up going. Because let me tell you, before there was a beef sector, I was here. Okay. That's why I call myself a triple OG, not a new G, never to be confused with a new G. Okay. But when I was really depressed, and I still battle and deal with depression every single day. It's a struggle. It's a battle. So when people say stuff like, yeah, people say they trying to do this and people trying to say that, everybody has their demons. Everybody has their battles that they're fighting. But when I was in my worst, darkest self, do you know what helped me to get out of that depression long before I became a content creator? When I used to come here on YouTube and I used to watch Funky Dineva and I used to watch Justin J. I found Justin J through Funky Dineva. I used to sit here and watch them shows. I used to watch Much Love from Kentucky.
Yes, much love.
A lot of that stuff helped me to come out my depression. You don't know what your subscribers are going through. You don't know what their workday is like. You don't know what they're dealing with their kids, their husband, or whatever. A lot of people come here to take a break from all of the troubles in the real world. And the more we continue to do terrible stuff, we're taking it away from the subscribers. And to be honest, they are the ones that we owe everything to. We owe it to them. And people got to stop treating them like trash. Zon, thank you so much for becoming a member. I truly appreciate it. If you guys want to lose a little bit of weight, I know I just talked about Waffle House, but we will be doing a weight loss challenge with the members for the month of September. We're also going to be doing Bible trivia, and I will also be doing a video to teach you guys some tricks and tips on how to grow on TikTok. I am dedicated. My whole goal and mission with this channel right here, everything that I'm pouring in.
Look at Zion's picture. That is badass.
It is, right? Zion is cool. Everything that I'm pouring into this channel is really in my members to give them all the information that I can. I shared something yesterday that Stephanie put out about housing in Texas. You know what I mean? So if you need housing in Texas, I'm constantly putting out information that I'm getting that can help people in some type of way. So that's what I want to do. I want to build, I want to grow, because we are more and better than all of this. But I'm still here for the fuck shit too. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to participate in it. I've given 7 years, 8 years of acting a complete ass on this internet. And I may still end up doing it, or I might do it in real life. Or if a person ever decides to go, y'all gonna see what it really gives. Y'all gonna really see what it does. But like I said, the Bible talks about a time to kill. And right now, it's not a time to kill. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, let's just be a little bit cautious about what we're doing before we end up tearing up this whole section. Joyce, then clicked yourself off. Swan says, thank you for that video about finding the housing in Texas. I sent it to a friend that is looking for housing in Dallas. That is wonderful. And that's why I put it out there, because I don't live in Texas, but I know people that live in Texas. And even though they have housing and they have good jobs, like I have a friend in Texas, so I call her my sister, that have went out there to go visit. She's a social worker. So I sent it to her because I know that type of information can help her. You know what I mean? I used to share information over here about insurance and stuff like that. But I also got to a point where I felt burnt out, because I felt like I was constantly giving, helping, and people were taking advantage. It was like the people that I was helping the most, those were the people who lied on me the most. Those were the people that took away from me the most. Those were the people that did all kind of craziness the most. So, it was all of that. So it kind of makes you want to not help people and be selfish, but it's really not in my nature to be that, because that's just not who I am. But now I'm just more selective on who I drop gems to. And it's up to them if they want to pick them gems up and make a necklace, or, some earrings or whatever, and make it do what it do. What's up, Derek and Latasha? Welcome to everybody. We're about to close out because I'm almost at the hour mark. I know I'm tired. I done lost my voice because I was up in church today, praising God and just thanking God. And I'm just grateful and I'm thankful. And I hope that God allows me to be able to navigate myself, here in this area where I can still, I can express and articulate and speak how I feel without getting all crazy and making my words be heard, and still add something to the sector. What I would really like to do is help with those who are underneath of me, because I think that the OGs should drop gems to those who are coming up, as long as respect is given. You know what I mean? Because we're getting older and they're here to basically, take on and take over. So, anytime that I can share something to someone that came in the game after me, I'm always here for that. But I also feel that respect, should be given. I mean, there's certain people, certain OGs that I don't even like, but I just don't think that a new person that shows up should ever question or disrespect the OG. I just think that it's just principle and respect. That's just how I feel about it. Lifted says that video came right on time. I was at a conference call when you dropped that video and someone needed it. So I'm so grateful for you. Oh my God. I'm glad it helped. I also hope the one about finding work, I hope that one was helpful. You want to just wave your hand or something? You want your camera off, baby? Okay, let me see. You got to cut your camera off. I don't know if I can cut it off for you. Oop, nope, I can't. Okay, so click the button. Oh, there you go. Here you go, my boo.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Hey, I am good. I am good. It is so you made my day.
Oh,
You need to come
Shelly.
around more. I really want to do something with you. I like
Mhm.
last night I was so inspired, and I hope that other content creators get inspired not to steal her idea, but to also bring something and do something and create that history for the sector. But I
Okay.
feel like even having a back to Blab night where everybody that used to be on
Okay.
Blab will come through on a panel and just
Right.
do it like we used to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, even though half the people that used to be on Blab, I'm currently beefing with, so I don't know how that would how that would work out.
Like I told you, boo, just tell me where you need me to be, and I'll make sure that I'm off on that day. And I would love to do something with you. I was so excited when I came home. I was like, "Oh, Shelly!"
Yeah, I was over at Kimmy's, and I was just
Okay.
confused. I was just really confused about why so much attention was on her. Hey, Art, and why I was just confused. And Candy, I was just confused why so much attention was on her and about this police report. I think that has nothing to do with nothing at all. That's like asking a survivor of an assault, to
Mhm.
show the rape kit. I mean, I don't get it. Like, we have all of these receipts where people are talking behind the scenes and making plans and making moves. And I think that's what needs to be addressed, and that's what needs to be acknowledged. And
Mhm.
just for the record,
I'm gonna have to go back and hear your live from the beginning because I had just came in.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I had just came in, and I know you had said something about someone was cooking, having a cooking like
Oh my
show.
God. The last night they had a macaroni challenge. And so they had James was a judge, Yusef was a judge, and Brianna was a judge. I think all three judges did great. I know Yusef is, and people may not like what I'm about to say. I know Yusef was getting a lot of heat. I haven't heard the things that he has said on other platforms because I heard he was going other places saying other stuff. But honestly, after the challenge, I came live. I clicked my live off and I went to bed. I woke up this morning and went to church, went out to go eat, been with my family, then to Kimmy. So I don't know what's been going on in between that. But
I don't know, Yusuf or would you say Brianna?
yeah,
Yeah,
Brianna
I don't know.
Simone, Pettyville.
Yeah, I don't know them.
She's been
Mm-mm.
around a long time as well. She never, as far as I can remember, I don't ever remember her on Blab. But as far
Okay.
as like when the Kaya Maddie situation came about, I remember her from that time. She actually even used to do she used to even do car vlogs. Like, that's how far back I remember her. I remember her when her friend used to come over and I think put her tracks in her hair when she would get different weaves put in her hair. So Brianna has been around a very long time. And the way she judged last night, I
A
really,
heavy set girl.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I remember her when you said Maddie now. Yeah, I had seen her a couple of times back when different people was doing their commentary on Maddie and Kaya. I think I did see her a couple of times. I think I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
She was a good judge. I feel like Yusuf was a good judge, but I think when you throw like a comment out there and you and that person don't have a rapport, once somebody feels offended, even if you didn't mean to offend them, I think it's just good to just apologize and keep it moving. I don't think he really meant to do that. I think he was doing it more for like comedy, and it just went, like way far left, and it just built up and went some other places. But I think the way he was taking it serious as far as like, deducting points for talking and stuff like that, I think he did that great. And then you had Rico who cooked, King Roman who cooked, you had Chat Rep, Brooke, and
See, I don't know none of them. They all
uppity,
equal?
and I feel like I'm missing somebody else. Um, and King Roman, Chat Rep, and Rico, they were so professional on their best behavior. Brooke played it
Okay.
out of that food. I mean, when I tell you, if I had to pick one person that I'm gonna go and have a plate from their house and eat, it would have
Mhm.
been Brooke. Even though I don't like lamb and I don't want no marshmallows in my macaroni and cheese, I think
Mhm.
she won the contest had she not put those marshmallows in the macaroni and cheese. But Brooke went all out. Rico, he was just on his shit. Chat Rep had the bubbling. You know what I'm saying? I wish she would have chopped up the onions a little bit or whatever, but the coloring to her macaroni and cheese, the bubbling to it, misunderstood. She was a comedy relief for it. She was giving me, I'm blonde, I got blonde hair, I don't know what's going on here. I've been up to date in my life before. So that was a little entertaining. I love the way that King Roman was just cool and smooth with his thing, keeping everything clean. His food looked good. Rick, he had different food. He had pot roast. That looked good. That looked great. I love that he tried something different. I didn't really mind the little banter that was kind of going on, in between, up into that point. I just don't like the over talking, but it was a really good show, and they're having a one on Saturday. I don't know if they still have entries available, but it's a lasagna challenge.
Oh, okay. Well, they got a. Well, wait a minute. Whose channel is this on? No.
Thank you, Pinky. That's gonna be on Intel on Pizarro's channel. And to be honest, let me just say this too. I think Pizarro is the best channel to hold it on, because I think she's the most fair as far as like a person can dox Pizarro, a person can drag Pizarro, and she still will allow them to come on her platform. So I think she has the most neutral platform to have something like that. When I had the OG panel, probably not the best platform, because there's some people who hate me and I hate them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not gonna say hate, because I don't hate anybody. I did have hate in my heart before I had to take a break and step away or whatever. And it wasn't really a break that I wanted to take or whatever. Let me put it in the back chat for y'all. Know if you know how to look in the back chat, but
how to hit the chat at the bottom of my
yeah, I'm gonna put it in the back chat. And while I was here dealing with grief, I had the police on my phone telling me that I had threatened to kill a YouTuber, and I hadn't even been online for a couple of days. And I think those type of things should not be condoned. Misusing and abusing the police department for YouTube beef, I think that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And especially doing it while a person is dealing with certain things. Any other time, because it had already been going on. And I had heard, and I didn't even know this, but when I came back, somebody had told me that Nika said something in her video that was wrong. And I just want to say here to Nika, I know me and you have had our problems, and we have pretty much washed that and left that stuff behind or whatever. But I publicly thank you for saying something about that, because during that time, I was really at my lowest self. You know what I mean? Like, I lost probably at least 5 people, but 3 immediate family members within a year. So when that third death came, it was like a ton of bricks just hit me in my chest. You know what I mean? And I was trying to take care of so many things, trying to get plane tickets, trying to travel, trying to do all of this stuff. And I had people playing on the phone with the police. So I just want to thank Nika for doing that and just speaking up as far as the right thing. I truly appreciate that. So I just want to give her flowers and thank her for that. I truly appreciate
That's always you, Shelly. You've always been a fair person. I don't know. You just always been a sweetheart to me. I don't know.
Oh, I appreciate it. I tried, you know what I mean? Like, we all got our shit with us or whatever, Like, there's certain things I don't want to do anymore. I just don't. Yes. I don't want to do certain things anymore. Did you see what I put in the back chat?
Yes, I left you a message.
Yeah. So it was that and some other things. I had to deal with some health stuff. I had to deal with a lot of stuff during these couple of months, and so
I kept coming in and like checking for you a couple of times. I said, just in case I was missing you, because I know I've been like on call like lately, because it's been really busy in the hospitals. But and I just said, let me just go in and check. I said, well, maybe she kind of taking a little break, because I know sometimes life be lifing.
Girl, life has been lifing. And the crazy part is sometimes I'll do something like on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, because I can spend an hour on TikTok and accomplish so much, girl. I can do like a little 20-second video. I can support about 100 fucking people. I can do all kind of stuff within an hour. But in YouTube, in the beef sector, an hour ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So
Hello to everybody that could be speaking or talking to me. I don't know how to work where I can see the
the
YouTube
chat,
chat too.
yeah.
I don't know how to do all of that part.
And
So
listen, let me tell you, BBW is definitely a OG. She's that.
yeah,
Listen, let me tell you, when people out here doing
literally,
skit,
y'all. I'll be 53 in November. I'm old.
look, we all old. Listen, when you have a lot of people now who do skits, and they have done some good skits, some amazing skits. I give credit to everybody. Rita
Yeah,
does some great skits. Kiki does good skits. April Walker does good skits. Min Pam has done some good skits.
that's my
But
boo.
the original person that I recall doing them skits is right here on this panel doing skits. Okay, doing
Shelly.
skits. Man, we used to have a good time.
We did. We did. We did. We had a wonderful time. Yeah, I'll be thinking back. I got like all my cards and gifts that people, and sometimes I just go and get that box out and just look at it and just smile and
You know,
just,
I do too. I
You
have
do
little
too?
notes. I have cards.
Me
Girl,
too.
every time I put on my Michael Kors, my blue, every time y'all see me put on them blue aviators, I think
Mhm.
about my boo, Tiffany Davis. Shout out to
Mhm.
Tiffany Davis. And
Yeah.
I'm not even afraid to say it. I hit her up on Instagram the other day and I said, look, I need you to drop down sometimes. I need you to be more seen because when I see my people from like day one and I see my
Yeah.
people from way back when, it's just something about me. It just makes me
Yeah.
feel so whole. It makes me feel just together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Me
I'm
too. I
like,
know how you feel. Like when I see you on here, Mel Pam, and different ones of y'all, I get like chills. I get because it take you back. It takes
yeah.
your mind back, and sometimes I need that.
You know what's sad about it? It takes me back to a time when we didn't like each other. Some of us didn't like each other, but we
Hmm.
still could navigate. There was
Yeah.
still some type of compassion when people were going through
Yes.
something. You know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
the compassion has been lost and gone. And I think also too because we have intertwined with people from other places, and that was never a thing before. You know what I mean? Other people didn't come in and just take over. Other people didn't come in and disrespect. You would
Right.
just get cussed out for coming in from somewhere else and popping up and talking smack to somebody
Yeah.
or whatever. So
Yeah.
many
That's
things have changed, but it's up to us if we want to keep this
true.
thing going. And even if
Yeah.
people want to do drama and people want to beef, whether they want to meet up and fight, if we're going to do it, let's do it and let's make it make sense and give the entertainment to the subscribers because they deserve it. If we're going to do it, let's really do it and stop playing with it. But
Yeah.
they also got
A
to
lot
stop
of
playing in the subscribers' faces too, because a lot of that is going on. I don't speak about a lot of that, but a lot of these people are definitely not beefing at all. A lot of these people definitely do not hate each other. There are a lot of people on here who almost act like they don't, God, they gonna know me, but on the sideline and in between line, they acting
Mhm.
like they're a best friend. That's how a lot of these people are.
Okay. Got you. Yeah.
It's a lot of storylines. I've never been into storylines. With me, it is what it is. I don't got time to keep up with
Yeah,
storylines
our
and
stuff
stuff.
was legit. Oof.
Right. Like
Back.
if I tell you I don't like somebody, I legit don't like them.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, boy.
And the other week I was sitting there and I was watching James last night on the panel up there and with Rico and everything. And I
I
seen
thought
him
you
up
said
there.
James was on there too.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was a judge. He was and he
okay.
was so fair.
Uh-huh.
And I really give him credit for that, for being fair and doing his job, and you know what I'm saying, like really taking this serious and not personal. So I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. And when I
I
was up
gotta
there, I
go watch
kind of looked at
him.
James, and and I don't care if he cleaned me up. He can clean me up. I don't care. I went to church, so I ain't gonna say too much. But about a week ago, I almost wanted to cuss James out. And it's not even that, like, I think it's just I held him as I think I put him on such a pedestal
Hmm.
that I was just so disappointed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I had asked my people, I said, can I do a live and just cuss him out just one time? And they said, no, don't do it. And I said, okay, I won't, So I'm just being honest, He cussed me out. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. He always say he don't apologize. So hey, it is what it is. But I just felt like he was somebody I always enjoyed. I always enjoyed watching him. I always enjoyed what he had to say and hearing his opinion. So yeah, it was just it was a little sad.
I love me some James. I love you. But I understand that y'all having your differences right now. I respect that, but I do.
I'm not gonna cuss him out or anything like that, I mean, I already did it, I already did it or whatever. I'm not gonna go back and forth. And even if he cussed me out right now, I ain't gonna say I wouldn't cuss him out. If I had to beef with one person right now, I think it would be James. If I had to pick one person that I want to beef with right now, it would be James. I'm just honest.
Child, you can hear James going, child, that's Shelly. I ain't child, let Shelly be Shelly. That's what James probably, child. Let Shelly be Shelly, child. I've been knowing Shelly. I'm right wrong.
My friend told me last week, you want to start a fight, don't you? I said, yeah, to be honest, I want to fight with James. And she was like, I know it. I said, yeah, because, I really want to just cuss him out. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna pray on it. I'm gonna pray on it. Because I'm really mad with him.
Yeah.
But you said James don't like you? I didn't know you and James had an issue. He don't like me, and I don't know what. Oh,
somebody in the comments said, I was like,
yeah, I've never really known you to have no beef with anybody. Hey, Lifted, and it's so good to see you. I appreciate all y'all for being here. I truly do. And I just want to tell y'all something too, because I forgot to tell y'all on my last video, I had received a check because when I was away, I hadn't gotten no check from the edible company. But right after I had ended my live the other day, I had got a check. And I just want to thank you guys for all your support. I thank you guys for those who support me with the edibles, whether you support me on my page with the membership, whether it's with the Patreon. I don't ever want y'all to think that I take y'all for granted, because there are many people in the world who are famous or whatever, or whomever, whatever. And some people may say 96 people ain't nothing, but they can't get 96 people in a room. You see what I'm saying? I don't ever want y'all to think that I take y'all for granted for a second, for an hour, because I don't. I appreciate y'all for everything that y'all do. I hate it when I come in here and there's so many people that I can't really speak, because I don't want to spend 35 minutes speaking to every single person before I get to the T or before I express what I need to say or whatever. But I don't ever want y'all to think that I take y'all for granted. I think a lot of us have lost sight in what we have here. You know what I mean? We have something where we're able to reach so many people. Come on, that girl had almost 1,300 people on that panel last night.
Oh, wow.
You got celebrities that go live and can't pull 1,300 people in to watch.
Right.
We have this at our fingertips for free. So I just think we got to kind of pull some of this shit in, and we can beef, but we got to do it in a way that makes sense and kind of leave some of this court shit out of it, because with too much of this court shit and too much of this plotting and planning and all this other stuff, and even when, I'm not even gonna lie about it, even when with and I'll say this with BB, I don't regret some of the things or how I move, because I felt like, and this is not an invitation for an argument or beef, because I'm not beefing with anybody, but I really did have to repent for even making that call to her job, because that's something I should have never did. Like, no YouTube beef should ever get to the point where you're calling somebody's job. I was out of order with that. And even though I don't fuck with her, I'll never fuck with her, that's something that, if I have to say I have a regret, I have a regret on that. I never should have did that. And that's why I don't like to beef with people, because I know if I get pushed to the point, I know how far I can take it, and I don't want to go that far. I don't want to do those type of stuff. So that's why I be just liking people, just leave me alone. If I'm not bothering you, just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I tell people with this Just Krista account, I say, now I'm not the old BBW sweet and sexy, but don't. I'm like Tupac. Don't push me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I just, because I know how I can be. So that's why I tell people now, as soon as I see it and you bring it to my page, I just go ahead and delete you because, nah, I choose not to do that. But let me tell you about the edibles. How come I almost started doing edibles?
Girl.
But guess what? Somebody told me that they was nasty, and I said, "Oh no, I can't fuck with it."
No, they're not nasty. I mean, they're not. They don't taste like gummy bears.
Yeah, because this
Um,
girl at work had told me, she was like, I said, I heard they got gummy bears, and she was like, yeah, you should try them. And I said, oh, I said, what they? I said, no, I better not get no gummy bears because me and gummy bears, them gummy bears will be gone. I've been in OD. She was like, oh no, girl, they don't taste good like that, now. They don't taste like, the ones you get out the store in the candy aisle. I was like, oh, then I don't want none.
I'm gonna be honest. The Delta 9 and the Delta 10, in my opinion, taste better than the Delta 8, and they are more powerful. So they do have like the 8. I'll say they have like a little aftertaste. I feel like it's more like the sugar that's on it. But
Mhm.
since I had started doing those edibles or whatever, girl, I was able to throw my blood pressure medication in the trash. You know,
Yeah,
my
I just,
my son's
I'm
friend
so
said,
tired of
"Please,
this pain medicine.
huh?"
I'm so tired of taking pain medicine. I am so tired of taking pain medicine.
I'm gonna get the link for you. Go on it and get the free sample. I mean, they'll charge you for the shipping, but the
Hmm.
sample will be free. And when you put it in your mouth, don't chew it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're eating Skittles or Starburst. Put it in your mouth and suck it, or either let it dissolve. And that's the way to get it even stronger. And that also helps you to make it last longer. It has helped me
Well,
with
my
a
niece told me I would have to. Well, the girl was telling me. Well, my niece, she was like, "No, auntie, because you don't smoke or nothing." And the girl was telling me, she was like, "If you like it, you got to be a person that kind of like marijuana."
no, not really. Mm-mm.
Not really.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Because
Actually,
I was
my
like, I don't
one of
smoke
my
or
friends, she
nothing.
started the edibles and then she stopped smoking. She said she preferred to just eat it, you know. So
Well, see, I don't do none of that. But I just was like, if there's something else I can do besides taking pain medicine, girl, pain medicine constipates you and everything else. I just be like,
girl, especially if you already got IBS or IBD or whatever else, you know what I mean?
mhm, mhm. Yeah, and
But
and the way they be having me, if I didn't take my pain medicine, I wouldn't be able to work like I'm working. And like they really need us in the hospitals now.
right.
And ever since COVID, I came back out of retirement and went back to work. And now I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it and I'm enjoying the extra money. You know how that go. So
right. And they paying extra on top of that, you
yes,
know.
they are. Yes, they is. They paying me a lot more than I was making when I was before I retired. And plus I'm still able to get my retirement. So mhm.
Yeah, they definitely do help. Um
Mhm.
I went and they have a new place at the mall, and I ain't gonna lie, that thing said cut it in a fourth. It was like a ring, like a how they have like the little peach rings in a circle.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it said eat 1/4 of it, girl. I put that whole thing in my goddamn mouth, girl. When I tell you, I was in another world.
Uh-oh. See, I
I
can't
was
I
in
can't
another world.
I don't need all of that, Shelly. I mean, came on here, y'all be talking about what's wrong with her, girl. I'll be chill.
And you can always cut it in half. You know what I mean? You can take half of it. And then
Hmm.
if that doesn't really, if it ain't too much for you or whatever like that, you can take the other half.
Hmm.
Um, or whatever like that. But you will notice if you do the edibles, you'll be able to cut back on your pain medication. You won't be taking as much. And I'm gonna tell you another thing that let me tell you two things that you can get that are less than $10 that really help. And I need to do another video on stuff that helps with pain. They have
Hmm.
where's that? Where's my bottle at? Oh God, where's that? I got two bottles. It's called, oh
I
my God,
remember Mel Kim
oh,
had
here it
told
is.
us about the sucker. she was saying about the sucker. She was like, you could just take you a couple of, and you be all right.
Hold on, I got some over my camera. I got like a house shirt on, no bra, but hopefully I can make this so y'all can't see nothing. Hold on, I'm gonna take this off and see if I can show y'all these two things that work for anybody that's dealing with like oh shoot, let me put this right here. Just dealing with like arthritis or chronic pain or whatever. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get my camera off. Hopefully, I don't look too crazy.
That's what I have. Both. I have chronic pain and arthritis.
Yeah, I got arthritis.
Girl, please, you look beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, so let me tell you, this is my go-to.
Oh, what's that? Like a lotion?
Yes.
Oh,
I feel like the light. I feel like it's messing it up.
We can see it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this lotion is less than $10.
Okay.
I have been using this for a couple years. I make sure I never have less than 3 bottles of this in my house. Okay. The only thing is you make sure don't use it like it's Bath and Body Works. Don't be putting it in between your legs and don't be doing it like that because you will go back in the shower and have to rub it off.
Okay.
They sell this in a white and they sell it in a green. Make sure you get the green bottle just like this. You can also order from Amazon and they have 3 bottles that come all together for like $20. The dollar store, some people sell this online, it's like $20, but a lot of the dollar stores, they have this Hemp Heaven. This one is the coconut, and I also have the strawberry. This is only $1.25.
Oh.
So make sure y'all get that. If y'all go check the dollar store, and they also have the body wash in this. They have a couple of different things of this. And with this, they also have the oh my God, what's that thing called? Like the Epsom salt thing. Yes. So make sure y'all get some of this. It really, 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 really helps for anybody with chronic pain, because you want to make sure that you're using as many things that you can use so you don't, because with the pain medication, you take it, you're going to have to end up taking more because after a while, it don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So edibles are stronger than smoke. It lasts longer. I think so too, Black Swan. But those 2 lotions, get you some of that. And also too, what I do is, you put like maybe a quarter size. You don't need a whole bunch. You don't need to use like the whole bottle. But if you got like a certain area, like underneath your neck, you'll go back around that and kind of almost just like spread it almost like it's butter and let it sit right there. Okay. I use that. I buy it for people to stay with. The first one is, let me show you again. It's natural. It's Village Natural Therapy. Ooh, let me move this off the screen. You can get this in Walmart. You can get this in Walgreens. You can get this off of Amazon.
Wow.
Just make sure you get the green bottle.
That green alcohol. You ever see that at the Dollar Tree?
Yes, my grandmother used to use that.
Yeah, and I put like a bottle of aspirin in there and let it dissolve. And then I take that and rub it like on my shoulders and on my like my knees and my hip area. Yeah, because them the spots that get kind of so.
And with this one, even when I went to Jamaica, I traveled with this. I traveled with my edibles. I mean, some people they don't want to do it, but I did it. I had my vape and I had everything. I had my lotion. But like, say if you're going, like those that's going on a little cruise or something, if you got arthritis, put it in one of them little travel things you get. Just dump it and pour it right on in there, and you can have it and keep it for yourself. Also, too, a lot of those pain patches from the dollar store, they work better than the ones the doctors and them give you with the lidocaine and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I never dreamed I would be at an age where I'll be discussing pain meds and stuff with my friends.
Girl.
You hear, I used to hear my grandmother and them talk about stuff like that. And I used to be like, boy, what a conversation,
I always thought I would experience that like if I was 70 or 80 years old. I never thought I would experience that shit at 30 and 40 years old. I mean, I'm 47 now, but I've been dealing with a lot of this stuff since my mid-30s, You're welcome, Felicia. It really does help. And once you and what I will do too is when this video is done, I will put the names of the products down in the comment section too. It
Yeah,
really does help. I've
I
turned a
took a
lot of
video
people
and
onto it.
screenshot it.
Yeah, I have it in pictures somewhere, but let me see. I might have it even in my brand already because I talk about it so much. You would think they're paying me. Oh, actually, nope, it's not in here.
So when I be seeing stuff with hemp, HEMP in it, that's what it's for, like pain
Yep.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But some of them they don't always work because my daughter bought me this one lotion. It was in a small bottle, maybe like 2-3 ounces, and it was $59.99. Girl, that stuff didn't do nothing, you know.
Okay.
So, and that's why I be telling people about products because when you're dealing with pain, you end up spending so much money on stuff, and half the time the stuff don't work, and you're just wasting your money. Let me show. Oh, you know what? Speaking of Blab, hold on. I shared this with my Damn. The only problem with this. Damn. Did I delete it?
Girl, I be going back watching your
Well,
one black video that you had did with me and Frank and all of us. And oh man, it's on YouTube.
I have this video in my thing, but the problem with it is that it has some music at the front, which is copyright, and I can mute it afterwards, but then it'll take away the chat. And I hate when they take away the chat. Oh man, I wanted to trying to play it for y'all. You know what? Y'all, we might lose it. Hold on. Let me ask the chat. Do y'all want me to show y'all an old Blab video? If I play the video, I'm gonna have to mute the music once the live is over because it's gonna make the video not monetized. So we would end up losing the chat. So it's up to y'all. Press the 1 if y'all want me to play y'all this old Blab video. I played it for my members, but I was telling them how a lot of people they don't know who Read My Book is. They think she's new and she just popped up on the scene and
Oh
stuff like that.
no, she's not new.
Right. Press a 1 if y'all want to see it, and press a 2 if y'all don't care. Y'all don't want to see it. If y'all press a 1, I'll go ahead and play it and show y'all and just show y'all like some of the stuff we used to do on Blab.
You got my one.
Got your one.
I didn't know she was still on here. No,
Yeah.
She got all that long, pretty hair. She used to be on with her daughter.
She was just over here woo banging not too long ago.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 ones and then 2 no's.
Uh-oh. Somebody said, I don't want to hear that stuff.
Oh, okay. Nope. They don't want to see it. We got 2 twos. Okay. Yeah, we know you got it. So we won't do it. But yeah, it's just we had good times there.
Yeah, we did.
I'll do it another time, maybe when we're doing trivia or something. I wish that I had the video right in here just so I could just show y'all. Like I'm right on the screen and she's right next to me. And I also like the fact with Blab that we didn't have to pay all this extra money because people on here on StreamYard, they paying like $240 a year for this shit. You know what I mean? It's not free.
Oh.
But you remember with Blab, we could only have 4 people.
When people be having you on their StreamYard, they paying for that?
Yes. Some people are paying monthly. The people who are paying monthly, they're paying $25 a month. I'm gonna tell y'all what I will do for the people who press 1. What I will do is I will take the video and I will stream it to my backup channel. I'll play it on my backup channel and then I'll share it to my community so you guys can check it out. Okay. So I'll put it on my other channel today as soon as I end this. And then that way y'all can y'all can watch it over there or whatever. It's like an 8-minute video, but it's with me, Read My Book, and Sexy Harlem 25.
Oh yeah, I remember her. Sexy Harlem.
Mm-hmm. So I'm way over my YouTube time, especially on Sundays, because I said Sundays I do not want to be on the internet because I try to dedicate that to the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when I came in from church, because of the macaroni thing, I was trying to catch up on because it ended kind of crazy. And then I saw that Kimmy had a live. I'm like, wow, Kimmy about to go live. Then I saw what she had going on. And I'm just, like I said, I'm still confused. I just don't think that even matters. Whether she lied about it, told the truth about it, whether there's a receipt for it or no receipt for it, I really don't think that matters. I think the bigger issue is the conversations and the receipts that were put out there. Like, I think that's what the issue is. What channel name is going to be under Mrs. Underscore? I can get that. I can get that for y'all, and I'll make sure that I put it right to my community, and then I'll link it. I'll link it in at this video here too. So I'll do that. But oh yeah. So anyway, anything that you want to say before we leave up out of here? Because I have been on here far too long, and I want to go spend some time with my family. Even though I've enjoyed my YouTube family today, I've thoroughly enjoyed everybody. I enjoyed everybody last night. I still can't get over that challenge. I think that was just so nice and so wonderful. It just felt like old times to me, you know.
I gotta go watch it. No, I just want to say thank you, and it's so good to see you always. And hello to everybody in the chat. Always good to see y'all too. And I'm here whenever you need me, honey. You know.
Okay, I got your number. I'll be hitting you up. I definitely want us to do something. And by the way, I do see that an hour from now, Pizarro has a live where she says lasagna in it. So maybe she's going to give some more information about it. That's going to be in an hour from now. So make sure y'all check that out. It seems like even if she has more people than we can fit on the thing, they're willing to rotate it or whatever. So I'm not really for sure if she's changed the rules, but I will be listening for that. And I look forward to that. So this is the link to my other channel. I really don't want to call it a backup channel, but that is to Mrs. Underscore. Love you so much, W. Jackson. Thank you for being here. And thank you, BBW, for joining me here today.
Okay, baby. I'll go down into the chat for you to say your goodbyes.
Yep. Goodbye to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and play my music. I'm going to pin up some of these comments. It's edible discussion in the beginning of the live, so I can replay. I don't really talk much about it. I do have a whole separate channel where I talk about edibles and stuff like that. If you go to my main channel here and you click channels, it shows you the other channels that I have. And so I Am Edible Edna. I have many videos over there where I talk about edibles. I'll grab that link for you as well. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Actually, I got one too many channels. I'm about to get rid of one of them because I'm about to get rid of one because I just honestly don't need all of these channels, because some things I'm just not going backwards. I'm going forward to better myself for myself and my family. Okay, so this is the link right here to the channel where I talk about edibles. If you ever have any questions, you can always ask me or reach out to me, and I have no problem at all answering them. So those are the links to my other channels. I enjoyed you guys so much today. Thank you guys so much for your support. And what I did also too, I wasn't able to per se like cash app everybody, but I did make a donation towards what they were doing yesterday. And then the two runner ups, whatever, I sent cash apps there or whatever. So I did that. I try to do my little, contribution to the other people. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this music. I love you guys. Have an amazing Sunday and take care. Bye.
But if I your body, girl, I don't mind. Cause not only you, they my mind, oh. Girl, you too fine, go light, I lie. Me, I know they lie, oh. See, not only you, they my head, oh. Yeah, only you, they my head, oh. See, now you, they cause confusion in my head, yeah. Me, I know they lie, you're my fantasy. You're my fantasy. Only you, they my head, oh. Only you, they my head, oh. See, now you, they cause commotion in my head, oh. Me, I know they lie, you're my fantasy, yeah. Can you even imagine? see. Oh yeah, 'cause I don't wanna wake up from this dream. Them say something must kill a man. Oh, nah, nah, nah. But if not your body, girl, I don't mind. Oh yeah, 'cause not only you in my mind. Oh yeah, yeah. See you to find me, I know the liar. See now only you in my head, oh yeah. Only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause confusion in my head, oh yeah. Me I know the liar, my me I know the liar. Only you in my head, only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause commotion in my head, oh yeah. Me I know the liar, my fantasy. See now only you in my head, only you in my head, oh. See now you they cause confusion in my head, oh. Me I know the lie, I know the lie. Only you in my head, oh yeah. Only you in my head, oh. See now you the cause commotion in my head, oh. Me I know the lie of my fantasy.
stomach is a pain. See you walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak, try to stand, but my knees go